Have you ever wondered why some people feel completely and totally overwhelmed by crowds? Well, today we're going to dive into the real science behind it. And trust me, the answer is probably not what you think.
You know that feeling, right? You walk into a busy shop, a concert, or even just a loud party, and it's like this wall of noise and energy just hits you, and all you want to do is just leave. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, then you're in exactly the right place.
For years, maybe you've been told, or hey, maybe you've even told yourself that you're just being antisocial, or shy, or anxious. But what if I told you that's not it at all? What if your brain is just wired to see the world in super high definition?
Okay, so first things first, let's just completely bust that antisocial myth. That feeling of discomfort you get, it isn't a personality flaw. It's a signal, and it's about time we all learned how to read it correctly.
So we tend to slap on these easy, kind of negative labels, right? Shy, antisocial, anxious. But the reality, the actual psychological reality, is something so much more interesting. It's not a bug in your system, it's a feature. It's about having high sensory processing, being a deep thinker, and being incredibly aware of everything around you.
So what does that even mean, high sensory processing? Let's get into the nitty-gritty. It all comes down to a really specific personality trait that basically puts your brain on a constant state of high alert.
Let me be super clear. High sensory processing sensitivity, or HSPS, is not a disorder. It's a trait, just like having blue eyes or being tall. It just means your central nervous system is more receptive. It's like your brain's antennae are tuned to pick up more channels, physical, social, and emotional. And it doesn't just hear them, it analyzes them more deeply.
So let's put this in a real-world scenario. You're in a crowd. While most people just hear a general buzz of noise, your brain is deconstructing it into layers. You're picking up on bits of different conversations, you might feel the vibration of the floor, you're noticing movements out of the corner of your eye, even tiny changes in the lights. You are literally absorbing a massive amount of data.
And this is so important. When you feel overwhelmed in that situation, your mind isn't failing. It's not weak. It's actually doing its job perfectly. It's sending up a flare, signaling that the data stream is becoming too much and is trying to protect you from a complete system crash.
But it's not just about the sounds and the sights, is it? It's also about physical closeness. And that brings us to the next piece of this whole puzzle, the science of what's called proxemics, or as I like to call it, your personal space bubble.
Proxemics sounds like a super technical term, but all it really is the study of personal space, that invisible bubble that we all carry around with us. And for someone who's sensitive to crowds, this bubble is a really big deal. See, if you have this heightened sensitivity, your bubble is just more, well, sensitive. It's more active. So when someone gets too close, when they pop that bubble without an invitation, it's not just a little awkward. It sends a legit stress signal to your brain. This isn't some made-up anxiety. It's a real biological alarm telling you to protect your boundaries.
Okay, so you've got this constant stream of sensory data coming in. Your personal space alarm is on high alert. Is it any wonder you feel completely drained after? This leads us straight to the why, and it's all about something called cognitive load.
The easiest way to think about cognitive load is to picture your brain's memory as the RAM on your computer. The cognitive load is how many apps you have running at the same time. For a deep processor in a crowded room, you're running 100 different apps at once. That mental load gets incredibly heavy really fast.
So here's how that overload plays out. First, your brain's tracking every person moving around you, trying to calculate paths and avoid collisions. Second, it's working overtime to filter this constant chaotic stream of noise. And third, this is the big one, you're not just noticing all this stuff, you're processing every single bit of it in much more detail. The result? You just burn through your mental fuel way faster. And that leads to that deep, bone-tired exhaustion. You know, all of this actually connects to a really primal human need we all have. It's not just about the sensory stuff. It's about feeling safe, and that comes from predictability.
I mean, think about it from a survival standpoint. We are wired to feel safest in places we can predict and control. A crowd is the literal opposite of that. It's pure chaos. There's no clear path, no guaranteed way out. So that uneasy feeling you get, that's not fear. That's a highly evolved form of awareness. It's your survival instinct kicking into gear, just keeping you alert and safe.
Okay, so let's pull all these threads together. The high sensory processing, that sensitive personal space bubble, the heavy cognitive load. What does it all really mean?
Well, it points to one incredible conclusion. The way your brain is wired is not a weakness. It's the foundation for some seriously rare and powerful strengths.
I mean, just think about the side effects of processing the world so deeply. Because you're taking in every little detail, you develop amazing observational skills. Because you're so tuned in to social cues, your emotional intelligence is often off the charts. All that data your brain is crunching, it makes you a master at recognizing patterns and seeing connections that nobody else does. Your mind is literally built for deep, detailed, meaningful thought. These are your superpowers. So if there's just one thing you take away from all this, please let it be this. You're not strange, you're not broken, and you are definitely not antisocial. Your brain is a high-precision instrument. It's simply wired for depth, awareness, and precision, not for chaos. And that is absolutely something to be understood, appreciated, and valued.